So I got a flu. No, joking. I'm really sick at the moment, so I was banned from my job and to not infect my colleagues. And it's a good time to do some personal workings. And usually I would do some overtone workings or some arts. And I wanted to show you some overtone work and some hissings I did do. On a brother's CD as well. And in addition, I did do some abyssal hissings. But let's see if I can make it today. You hear my voice is totally gone. So on the other side, there is very much more to say. And those who are able to see will as well between the lines as in my physical appearance, they will see much more than just the wording itself. So let's, if I look down, I did do some, how it is called, a cheat sheet for English wording. In Germany it's a Spickzettel. Yeah, so to find the right words to explain to you. Yeah, in the last days I often saw crying around people about headache and flu and whatever else. Yes, if you're sick it's unpleasant, so no doubt about that, but the most popular visions of history were noted down when the people had more than 40 degrees fever, and it is the most popular visions noted down ever. So I think when it comes to sicknesses, it is a good moment to face yourself with yourself, and it is a good moment to develop your own skills, which you normally have more. It is more difficult to reach the point of physical stress. I will come to this point later, but we should use the sicknesses to our own purposes of growing instead of crying about. So, as some of you know, it is just a few weeks ago that I had to face something unpleasantly. Unveiled or not unveiled, it is no reason to me to cry about or to put negative thoughts about. If you are working on transmutation, you may not cry about if it works. So, yeah. I will not dig deeper into it. I can only say I have no idea if it will kill my health sooner or later, and I will give a damn about. So, to give you an example how I do handle with sicknesses, instead of crying around like a baby, I try to give you a link into my working. So, for example, if you use dragon blood or Sangre Drago is a very good resin to help if you are wounded. So you can use the liquidal form to close wounds. It is antiviral, antibacterial. I think there are many reasons for me especially to use it despite the flu. And I did combine it with another tool which I did construct some month ago. It's a Curipe. I don't know if you can see it here in a better way. Maybe I take a candle to enlight it a little bit. Ouch. See, this is a Curipe. the nasties. So this Curipe is used in a shamanic way to put in plant incenses into your breathing system, especially in this case the nose. And it is in the traditional shamanism, it is a plant entity which allows you the healing. And in this way, I can only say the dragon resin, the Sangre, how it is Sangre Drago. I say Drachenblut or dragon blood. So the Sangre Drago is a resin what is embracing a very, very strong plant entity. So I basically did build this one here for work with the plant entity of the mistletoe, with a very interesting results. Not to dig deeper now, but the use of this one is basically you put one to the mouth and one to the nose. So you put in the powder here and blow it right there or there. So the skin of your nose, what is very good blooded, will take in the essences of the plant medicine or the plant entity, as you want, by taking it into the blood circulation. I think on dragon blood it could be a cool experiment too. Of course, it would look like as if someone did hit my nose, but whatever. I will see, I will check on it. I'm waiting for delivery of dragon blood powder. Can't wait to get it into my hands, but yeah. It's for my rituals, basically for incenses, but I think on the Curipe it could be a good idea. Meanwhile, I did do an experiment about dragon blood in a vapor. So again, burning a little bit on my candle, fuck. So you see it is red, and here, not the candle, liquid. I did do some, I did contact someone who could get me some liquidal form of this dragon blood into a vape modification, because I'm smoking all my life, so I'm on my way to get it done, and it's every day it's a step-by-step thing, but on dragon blood I'm anyways very close to. So this one is a vape I got from a friend, and I really appreciate it because it is really a beautiful one. I have to show you. It is really a beauty. It's a nemesis, my lady. So yeah, it is. The dragon blood is a little bit like a sweet cherry, but not really sherry. It's a resin. But in this way, I can put it into a ethereal form to inhale the essences, as I would do on the Curipe by getting it through my blood system. I get it this way through my blood system of my lungs. I can't say it had a helping, supporting influence on me all the time, and I was able to detect antiviral support, but of course it cannot help everything just immediately. So yeah, I got my flu, but I'm not that bad in my physical state, because all my colleagues are more bad. So, back to this. And if you, I'm working on that liquid, on further experiments. So, but it will take a while until I can get it into my shop. There are so much things to think about before you are allowed to sell it. Welcome to Europe. If you're interested, just drop me a note and we'll find a way if you want to check it. So, yeah, I'm open for that. Another thing, you should take care if you use dragon blood in your rituals, and if you use it in invocations, in portal openings, in meditative states. Using incenses during rituals is in matrix programming. So if you are at work, your matrix will most likely do the same the moment when you vape your dragon blood. So as I sometimes joke, a nice crack in the spheres midst in the lunchroom of the office is a nice thing for proper ritual work during mundane times. But okay, you have to think about if you really want it. So okay. Another thing about my flue was the salt experiment. I did do this experiment in another way before. So what it is about the salt? The salt is, to me, the salt is a very important element. When I was in Norway, I had the really benefit about the salty air, and I really felt pleasant well there. The salt is basically one of the most important minerals in our body, as for my opinion, because if you see the body, no matter if you're 40 kilo or 140 kilo, if the body is burned, the only remaining are ashes for an urn in this size. So all the rest of us is water, salt, minerals, whatever. And our entire body system is communicating in an electric form. So I have to look my paper. The communication of the nerve nodes, the matrix communication, the interactive force fields, the electric impulses of our entire energy system is the electricity in our body, or in my wording, it is me and my vehicle. So if I am under fever, or if I'm stressed out and my body has not enough salt, for example, in my body, the communication is lower. Why? Because salt water is a better energy transporting system than water without salt. So if I sweat out the salt in a fever, I have to get it back. That's one point. On another point, salt is an premortal essence. You can use it in a Leviathan Cure. What I did before, I wouldn't announce it to do it under fever, because it leads to thirst then, and I think this would not be the best. It confronts us, if you do a Leviathan Cure in a good, well health state, it confronts you to your inner frenzy of your dark parts and to your dying inside itself. So it is possible to balance your own salt within your body until the point of a saturation, and it faces you to your own rage inside. But if you do it under sickness, it might be deadly in the long run. So it is because of the dehydration you shouldn't do that. So I did do this experiment about a half a year ago. I'm not sure, about maybe a little less. I took 2 teaspoons of sea salt into 1 liter water and drank it every day, in addition to fruit juices, water, coffee, whatever you drink normally. On the first day I thought, okay, easy going. On the second day I thought, okay, it's not that tasty, but done. The second day I thought, nah, really? On the fourth day I thought, damn it, but it's just a liter. On the 5th day it's getting very hard to get down that liter. And in the 6th day I stopped drinking because I reached the degree of saturation. This is probably the point when you really should stop to drink this salt water, because the inner dehydration is starting. It is like a seaman who is sitting in a boat midst of the sea and no drink water around. This is what you do to your body if you do a Leviathan Cure. So you have to really take care about when the saturation grade is reached. But during this period your body is going through a progress. I can only announce you to do it yourself, but take care, because I am no leader, I'm no medical. You have to research yourself. What I did do under sickness now is another thing. I did do a bath with saturated salt water, because the skin, if you do it in a hot water, the skin absorbs the dissolved salt, and it can lead to a dehydration of your skin, but you always have to pay one price. So yeah, I just used Grove sea salt for this, and it was a really great thing. It did open the force fields, and it strengthened them. I cannot describe it in another way. It was pushing all my inner energies to a fighting mode, and you start to expand your aura, if you want to say so. And through this you can take the chance to expand your senses from the inner to the outer dragon. If you work with it, this is a good way to do. This all happens just because of one, the salt is interacting with your body. Your body has a lack of salt, so the sucking in of the salt gives a better communication to your matrix system. Your matrix system gets closer communication, and because of this closer communication you can expand the senses. This is a circle getting into itself. So yeah, I can both recommend the Leviathan Cure and the bath, but not the same time. And about the dragon blood, I'm curious about my experiments. It is already a healing plant. It is a traditional healing plant. It is a shamanic plant. It is this tree is just I love it. Yeah, let's see. What I did promise you in the first, I think I try it, but you still hear my voice. I will do some overtone singings, but first I get me some little tasty here. So, overtones. Yep. Getting me back to ground a little bit first. my voice is gone, but you hear it's deeper. So here. Basically, one another thing I have to do too is to get free here. That space. Study yourself is all I say every time, and I have to study myself very much too. But I only give you this sign and this sign. Research. It can help. I did do it yesterday, and so it really helped me more way like yesterday. Today I try to do my day without. So back to back to try. I think I leave it for here because, and there are some crying cats between. Okay. Basically, every kind of vibration, like the electric field in your bodies, every kind of vibration is form communication, especially about the overtones. It is like a knife cutting between the veils, but in the higher frequencies I'm not that stable actually, so I leave it for this moment. And I think I give you another blink into that hissings, but in this case I have to get closer to you because you wouldn't hear it. I had some experiments about this in Germany before I did move to Norway for a while, and it was about a communication with a storm, with the wind, and it is not really that the wind is telling you something, it is more, it is telling you something about. It is like you see in yoiking, you don't yoik about a tree, you yoik the tree, and the same is about communication in wind or in the voice of the wind. You don't talk about what is surrounding you, you're talking the surrounding of you, the edge, the mountains, the valleys, whatever the wind is confronted to, you can hear it in the wind. And so the wind is carrying all the surroundings within. Okay, just as always, try it yourself. I will just give you an example too. Let me just get a little closer. So. I hope it was to hear on the tape. A brother asked me a while ago if I could do this hissing into an abyssal hissing for a song he did do. Sure. And it did give birth to another voice project. So dipping you a little bit into that too. To those who get scared, very easy, switch off the tone, please. So this is not really my singing voice, but just to give you an example. So I don't know if I want to wish you a good health, but above all, I wish you a very, very pleasant evening, and I wish you that you find everything you need on your path. And I hope you did enjoy this video. And yeah, a flue isn't just a flue is a chance. So grab it your own style, grab it your own way to use it to your own purposes. And I think the most draconian way is not to cry around about challenges, and so stop crying, go into action. Bye.